Welcome to Spirituality Spots with Sister Kathy. And this week's topic deals with an issue or a topic that I think each of us struggles with. And that is the understanding of the purpose for Christian suffering, for human suffering. I think it's one of the most difficult things to understand, and I often get questions about it. Especially suffering of innocent human life, the life of a baby. God seems to take a really good person away when they were so young. We can reflect on recently the Palestinian-Israeli war, where over 200 people have been killed, civilians in Palestine, and we have victims also in Israel. We've been dealing with the clergy sexual abuse. And I know the big question is why or how? I believe part of what it means to be human is to not only experience deep joy in life, but when one loves as Jesus, one will experience deep pain and suffering. Of course, this statement oftentimes does not seem to help much. The key point is that God does not desire our human suffering. In my experience, it seems that when I have suffered greatly, I need to grieve, but I also come to the realization that God would be with me. So I had to reflect on my relationship with Jesus and know how strong I really am because Jesus is beside me. The book of Job in the Old Testament is a good reflection for us. Remember the story? Job's friends say, "You're suffering because you have done something against Yahweh." The Old Testament notion here that sickness is related to some sin that one performed. And if it wasn't the person, it was perhaps his parents or grandparents. There's a phrase, the father eats sour grapes, the children's teeth are on edge. The answer seems to be that the cross of Jesus Christ is something that we need to reflect on. I remember studying in graduate school a course on Pope St. John's encyclical Salvifici Doloris on suffering, and that suffering has to do with our redemption and our salvation. Our suffering in some way brings about our salvation. St. John Paul shares in this important letter or writing that the faithful endure suffering. This is true, but that the scandal of human suffering is that Jesus Christ suffered, that Christ suffered for us. The main reason suffering seems to be linked to love. We suffer with Christ, but as Christians, we believe we will also rise with him in the resurrection on the last day. Of course, I know suffering requires courage, fortitude, and especially faith. And so we pray today, Jesus, give us the strength to endure suffering and teach us how to love as you loved. May the peace of the Lord be with you this week. Thank you for joining me. And remember, if you have any questions that we can reflect on, please email me your questions. May God bless you.